It's your girl, Jay, High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2023. Welcome to your shadow season, baby. You're up. And it's interesting because I feel like there may be even like, what's interesting to me, like what came up was like pockets of jealousy, pockets of like feeling like things are unfair, yet like I feel like also there could be stuff where like things are plentiful, things are great. I just feel like there is something about, I mean, this is your opposite sign. This is your shadow. And so we will be having a full moon in your sign. So be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there, we clarify every single card and get into it. Plus, you know, I'm building a cult, so you might as well, Aquarius. Come on over, friend. But for free shit, check out my Instasham at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my curls are itching or like tickled me. For other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. So, Aquarius, hydrate, light it if you got it. You need to keep that motherfucking thing on you all season. I do feel like you being hydrated is going to be a thing, and that will affect your mood. I feel like also like you may get easily hangry. There could be 2:22 on the clock. I just feel like it's time to be more masterful with how you're caring for yourself. So be sure to check out the Leo season astrology video. That's going to have all of the important astrological transit dates that you need to be aware of this season. But I will go ahead and put you on game and let you know that on August 1st, you have the full moon in your sign. And this is about releasing what you think you know, releasing your expectations, releasing old friendships, old connections, but also really allowing yourself to be in your fullness, to get in or let shit get really weird. Get back to being weird, get back to being yourself, like tapping into like what makes you feel like the most you. Who can you be the full you around? Why is this tickling me all of a sudden? It's Leo season. Your hair may be like, there could be something about changing your aesthetic or changing your hair. Be careful about bangs, y'all. If you ain't got the forehead for it, just be careful. I say that to everybody when hair comes up. I do feel like, though, there is, I just thought of the 8-8 portal, and then as I closed my eyes, I just saw a bunch of, like, 8 circles because of my ring light. But, and it's funny, it's the 8-8 portal, and so there's just, it was like all these little portals. I feel like there's like all these little circles, all these little spheres around. I feel like there's a lot of options. There's like options to go in different directions, options to, like, are you jumping through hoops? Ariana said it. Like I'm in the Olympics, got me jumping through hoops. And this is also like a figure 8. 8-8 portal. There also could just be a lot of stuff happening, important stuff happening in the month of August for you. I mean, August 1st is the full moon in your sign, and full moons are about release. They're also about harvest. Your ruling planet Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, and I feel like y'all gonna fucking find God today. At some point there in Leo season, there is some variation of a like proverbial come to Jesus that's happening, for lack of a better phrase. There is big reality checks, and I also feel like with Saturn's proximity to Neptune retrograde at this, just to Neptune in general, I feel like is going to be pulling in mysticism, pulling in like you connecting deeper to the divine. Maybe you divining for yourself, you divining for other people. Like your connection. Also, I feel like you're being, this Saturn retrograde and this Saturn in Pisces transit, I feel like is really preparing you, Aquarius, for Pluto. Because I feel like all of a sudden you motherfuckers turn into Lucy and you start to feel fucking everything. And there's this, I was just saying this to someone tonight. And I just feel like that's really happening in the collectively for Aquarians. There is like all of a sudden you get all this feeling, all of a sudden you get all this like connection, this like tether to the earth, to the ether, to the underworld. There's access to the underworld, access to the underbelly, access to intuition, access to foresight. Also, like just being able to like see, being able to see through things. I just feel like, you know, you go from like AI NPC shit to like to like the mystic. What is on me other than leg hair? So on August 16th, there's the new moon in Leo in your shadow, and the sun's there, moon's there, beaming all this energy directly into your sign. And that Leo Aquarius axis, I feel like is where Aries and Libra is me versus we. I feel like there's something about like the Leo Aquarius axis that's like my personal power versus the power of the collective, or my personal power combined with the power of the collective. I mean, it's like force versus awareness. And I always used to, well, I used to claim that I struggled with Aquarian energy. And I feel like ever since Saturn has moved out of Aquarius, it's really eased up. But I do feel like there is just a depth, a vastness, and Uranus in Taurus is really trying to help you get tethered to your life, tethered to your body, tethered to your earthly possessions. Because I do feel like with Saturn in Pisces and you already, that Aquarian energy, like you have the ability to just really be out here in the fucking ether. And you do need to remember, like, yes, you're a spirit having a human experience, but you're having a human experience. And like, you need to be here in this 3D reality, like in your body. And Uranus is asking that of you. And it's for your betterment. Master this plane, master this field. All right. I don't think we prayed, but let's go ahead and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for Leo season, their shadow season, 2023. Stand tall, sit up straight, allow yourself to breathe fully. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. I know I gotta keep on breathing. What is up with Ariana Grande quotes coming in with it for y'all? And interesting. So, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First thing out to be clarified on the Selenite throne, here you are on the bottom of the deck, is the Hermit. And that is your relationship to refinement. Mars is in Virgo right now, 11:11. What are you wishing for? And the wish, the star in his lantern is indicative of the star card, which is wish fulfillment. And I feel like some of you are having to strike out on your own. You're having to do something on your own. I'll go my own way. I'll do it my way. And that's how you're like fulfilling some sort of like a wish of sorts. And with the world reversed on the bottom of the deck, I feel like there is some sort of completion or a cycle that is coming up to be ended. Or you may be evading the end of a cycle. You may be fearful of the end of a cycle in some sort of way, or procrastinating in some sort of way, Aquarius. But I do feel like with the Hermit being the first card out, it's time to get like a higher perspective. Like there is like I feel like enjoy your ability to zoom out while you have it. I feel like with the Hermit out, there may be just too many cooks in the kitchen. There could be just something about like you making your own decisions. There's some sort of need for you to be alone so that you can dive into your, be alone so that you can dive into your subconscious and allow your mind to be reset. The divine has a reset coming in. Your personal computer is due for an update. Look at all this fucking blue in the hottest part of the year. And there, look, there's Leo at the bottom of the deck. The sun at the bottom of the deck says the sun will be shining. Because I'm telling you, it's your shadow. It's your shadow season. And so you're going to be asked, and I'm telling you, Saturn's not being hard on you. Nobody is having a hot girl, hot boy, hot person summer at all. There's going to be 7 retrogrades this summer. And you're going to be spending Leo season diving deeper into your subconscious mind, diving deeper into your past, diving deeper into your heart, getting to know your shadow, prioritizing your relationship with your shadow, because you are the season that is the darkest part of the year. Capricorn initiates the darkest part of the year, and you are the darkest. So it's like in Leo season, while like the demeanor is so opposite of we're getting ready to enter into the hottest part of the year. There is something here about that opposition. There is something here about the emotional outpouring. There is something here about like the heat turning on, you thawing out, and your emotions like melting over the floor. The 7 of Cups reversed. I just feel like there's so much that you want to do. You don't know where to start. There's so much that you want to say. There's so much that you're feeling, and you're needing to get to know your shadow, because you, if anybody has to have a good relationship with their shadow, it's Capricorn and Aquarians and Scorpios, and you're getting ready to get the ruler of Scorpio next year, granted, but Pluto comes back in January 2024 and then leaves, and then comes back in November, and when he comes in November, it's like what, November 19th, he will be there until 2043. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, all the cards out so far are blue. And I feel like Leo season will be deeply emotional. It's really going to have you focusing. It's like light, inescapable light is being shown on your relationship to solitude. Inescapable light is being shown on your loneliness. Inescapable light is going to be coming and guiding you back to yourself. You finding your star, you finding your spark, you getting back to you again. And I feel like it's on the other side of some really emotional outpouring. And there may be somebody with Virgo placements, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that is entwined or is a catalyst or involved in this emotional outpouring. But I just feel like there's all these aha moments, there's all these new messages coming in. You're really going to need to take the high road. I feel like in Leo season you may be tempted to be petty. Hydrate. And I feel like you're really going to need to be hydrating because you're really needing to sweat. I feel like it's a great time to get in the gym. It's a great time to start moving your body and understanding that you're needing to move your body so that you can free up space in your mind. With the Hermit coming out, there's something about not conforming. There's something is coming up where you don't want to conform, and you're really thinking about going your own way, or you don't like this new policy, or you don't like this new manager. There may be somebody with Virgo placements leaving. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements leaving. I feel like there's also opportunities for shit to be coming through the grapevine, like you hearing things about stuff from your past, hearing things about, like, there could be just something somebody says that initiates this, like, it almost feels like getting triggered. Center of the reading is the Page of Swords. This is you being reset. This is a data reset. This is the slate getting cleared. And I feel like the beginning of Leo season is the beginning to the center. The majority of Leo season may feel kind of heavy. And heavy with the heat, heavy with the light. It's like there's so much being exposed to you. And I feel like you're needing to clean out like the pipes. You're needing to get used to feeling, because when Pluto comes in, there's like this tsunami of emotion and the tsunami of information, the tsunami of access to darkness. So you need to go ahead and get a jump start on building your relationship to your shadow. What does your shadow have to say? I feel like it has to say that you're confused. It's confused. It is confused about what you want. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How do you want to feel? There's so many things that you're curious about, and you're needing to allow yourself to pursue those things. 2 of the 3 cards that are out are covered in clouds. And so I just feel like there is a lot of confusion going on. There's kind of clouds indicated in the Hermit as well. It's kind of like cloudy kind of energy right there. I feel like there is something about breaking through the clouds, and you break through the clouds by way of using your words, articulating your emotions. You're not healing anything that you can't that you're not letting yourself feel. And so it's time to talk about it, write about it, draw about it, express yourself. I feel like there's new ideas that are coming in, and ideas grow out of our feelings. Feelings are the soil that ideas and thoughts grow in. And so there is this outpouring of your feelings. The space, the capacity, the vessel that was holding all of this heavy emotion is being cleared out. It's like a spotlight. Yeah, a fucking spotlight. Ooh, Jesus. A spotlight is being shown on your heartbreak, so you can let it go and remove yourself from these behaviors that are stemmed from willful blindness. You like not you being afraid to like dive deep. But I'm telling you, that full moon in your sign is really going to force you to invest in your subconscious mind and looking at your patterns. And that may be going to therapy, babe. That may be talking to a professional. That may be, for some of you, this is reading a lot of books or going back to school. Maybe you're initiating something. Maybe some of you are learning like a new language, or there's a new job and there's all this new jargon or lingo to learn. I also feel like some of you, if you have children, they may be in the initial stages of something. So there could be like you guys learning something together. I just feel like with the Page of Swords at the center of the reading in Leo season, you're going to be asked to bag back on like your communication. I feel like you're going to be asked to reinvest in how you communicate. Like there's something about like, don't come in too hot. You can't be like, there could be something like precocious or a know-it-all. Don't be condescending. You may be tempted to, like we're in Leo season, your ego will be flaring. You may be tempted to flex on about what you know or how knowledgeable you are, but I just really feel like it's important to say less. And when you get tempted to flex, that's how you know that your shadow is not being honored. Your shadow has some shit to say, and that's why I'm telling you it's time to really get like serious about improving the quality of your alone time, improving the quality of your friends. Maybe some of you don't even have friends. That could be a thing. Like it's time to get around more like-minded individuals. It's time to get out of the shell. Some of you are like going in or needing to go into hermit mode so that you can learn how to like think for yourself again. And some of you are being asked to come out of hermit mode so that you can really like start to like reintegrate into the society, reintegrate into the world. All right, final two cards, final two messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo season 2023. The Tower. And then 3 cards came over, but they flipped over. Okay, I'll take this one, and I haven't even seen them. I didn't look at all of them. I just flipped over, and all I saw was the 3 of Cups, and so that will be the final card, which puts the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. All of these cards are based in blue. And this is going to be interesting when we go over to Patreon, and you'll be able to see it, patreon.com/justjeverything. But interesting how I went and like folded my arms. Maybe that's just because the position of the chair that I'm sitting in, but there is something about like how you've been guarded, how you're holding yourself, also how you think. Underneath the King of Cups, I just saw the Empress poking out. And so I do feel like there is some sort of unraveling of the mind, you being like, you finally seeing what's behind your own curtain, Aquarius. I feel like you're finally starting to see how you participate, like the role that you played in the chaos, possibly how you participated, how that was conditioning from childhood, how I feel like some of you are still healing from past relationships, still healing from something very unexpected. There's only 2 major arcana out, the Hermit and the Tower. So that's Virgo and Mars. So there could be someone with Virgo, Gemini, Aries, or Scorpio placements that I feel like is really coming in and shaking things up. I do feel like there is a point of you having to surrender to the change. Very let go or be dragged energy. So center of the reading being Page of Swords, there's lots of new messages, lots of new ideas, there's lots of communication. I feel like some of you may like start crushing on someone and it just kind of gets short-lived. I feel like also there could be some sort of drama in the friend group, or I feel like there will be like changes in your friend group. I feel like for some of you, this is new friends coming in, new soul family, people that you're really like-minded with, and it starts to change your life. You being connected to people that are so cool, or specifically women. I feel like for some of you that are so cool, like there's multiple like really awesome connections with women that are coming in. I also feel like for some of you, this is a very small few, but some of you, you've been in a relationship and you've been feeling really lonely in your relationship, and that loneliness has now turned into suspicion. And in Leo season, I feel like you get the gumption to say something, and you finally saying something is like the final like puff of air that blows over the house that was built of hay, because there's been some sort of like red flags that have been ignored, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. And I feel like if something feels off, it is. If you've been suspicious of someone like being unfaithful or deceitful or like cheating or lying, that very well could be a possibility of like, I feel like the truth comes to you. Like it is, some of you like, or it's like from the mouths of babes also. Some of you like someone's kids tell on them. Someone's, it's just like, I went to Miss Sarah's house today and la la la. And it's like, who the fuck is Miss Sarah? You know what I mean? That could be, I'm saying a lot of you, but flip it. Maybe people around you that you're hearing this stuff and you're having to really console these people. But center of the reading, I do feel like there is some sort of new relationship with someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. A new relationship built to technology. A new relationship to social media specifically. Some of you may be like getting out of social media or finally getting on social media. And I feel like it'd be really beneficial for business. Those of you who are trying to like start some kind of a business or a side hustle or something, I feel like you do need to be exploring social media and the tools, and maybe there's someone that's younger than you around that can really help you with that. With the Tower coming out in the Three of Cups, I do feel like there are celebratory changes. Whatever feels like a crisis, I feel it's like blessings cloaked in crisis. What you think is going to be bad, I feel like ends up being made good. And I like that. Again, your element is represented here. There's the star in the first card, and the one of the final cards, there's electricity, and that's Uranus. Uranus and Taurus next to Jupiter, I feel like blessings cloaked in crisis, happy accidents kind of things. There is some sort of... Also, some of you, it's like if you think this, if there's like a cheating thing going on, it's someone in your friend group. If you're suspicious of a friend being like a frenemy, I feel like don't be a groupie, keep it moving. I do feel like there are big changes, like you focusing on what you finally want to focus on, you prioritizing yourself puts you in a position where your creative energy starts to flow. You get out of survival mode and start really getting into a place where you start to live a creative and clear life. I also feel like there are people, different kinds of people coming in who are going to help you access these different parts of yourselves. But you need to initiate this new relationship with your shadow, and specifically also your inner child, because I do feel like there is a reset. There's also maybe something entry level, starting over. I am hungry to clarify these and to dive into the plunge because this looks awesome. Okay, so if there is someone with Virgo placements, I feel like you are confused, they are focused on themselves, and you need to get like, I hate to say it's like you need to get like them and like really start to pursue yourself and follow your dreams. If there is somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that is acting up, I feel like let people show you who they are. I don't feel like it's important for you to be chasing people. I do feel like yeah, the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person, it feels kind of on again, off again for some of you. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but there could just be some sort of reoccurring, confusing situation or a situationship. And I feel like once you stop texting, once you stop reaching out or initiating contact, it goes away and the confusion goes away. And then all of a sudden this person's going to come back and try to act like, you know, they're ready for something. And I just don't feel like, you know, if you're doing the on again, off again thing, I don't feel like I feel like by the time this person comes up, your standards have raised already. And so you will have moved on or moved forward in some sort of way. So I feel like in Leo season, you're going to need to say it with your chest. You're going to say it if you're scared. Don't be a know-it-all. I feel like say less, observe more. There may be somebody else outside of you with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that I feel like there's a new flirtation or a new conversation or stimulating conversation having or being had there. They may be a bit younger than you. They may, or this person may be older than you, just like, but maybe immature in some sort of way. And I feel like that immaturity that you're experiencing in others is going to have you craving depth from some situation that you need to let go of. So don't be going back and forth with people. And I also feel like your mouth and the way that you say things could really shake shit up. Your tone may get you in trouble, or there may be somebody with Aries or Scorpio placements that I feel like wants the smoke. I feel like there are unexpected changes. That's what I'm saying. The crown getting knocked off by the lightning. There is some like clearing of the slate, clearing of the knowing, and this has been happening over and over. And I feel like there's just layers and layers and layers of you kind of getting like not knocked down, but like reset, clear, stop going back to the old thought process, stop going back to the old things, stop going back to this old comfortable version of yourself. You are being pushed out of, it's like you're being reborn. There is a rebirth that's happening. And I feel like what's on the other side feels way better than what you're experiencing right now. So you might as well let yourself be anticipatory about it. Like, and there is this, you know, I just feel like the Tower is an opportunity for self-mastery. And either like you're down for growth or nah. But either way, you'll be growing. Either way, you'll be moving forward. And I just feel like if you allow yourself to honor your intuition, you can sidestep some disasters this season. If you allow yourself to really just own that you're gonna have to get to know your shadow. You're gonna have to go into the closet, into the basement of your heart. You're going to have to like talk about those things. You're gonna have to, you know, put words to them. For some of you, this is about speaking to people. For some of you, this is just about writing and like finally getting the feelings to getting it out of you in some sort of way. By way of art, by way of, you know, some variation of self-expression. But it's time to turn this loneliness, or do something with this loneliness, do something with this time with yourself. The Hermit is a 9. This is an ending of a cycle of confusion, an ending of a cycle of you trying to do it all on your own, you trying to be super logical about everything, and it's just shortchanging you. And I just feel like all these old options are expiring. You don't want anything from the past. There could also be some sudden experience, or suddenly like someone comes in, suddenly you feel really emotional. I also feel like someone may be like, either someone's cheating or being deceitful, or like you run into someone from the past again and like it stirs up old feelings. Especially if they have Aries or Scorpio placements, I feel like there could be just something about like friend group or fissures or like issues with the friend group, friction. You're not in control. So you might as well get comfortable surrendering. And in that surrender, it will become clear what the divine has put in your lane for you to handle and for you to control. The reset, the clarity is coming. Allow it so your ass doesn't get dragged. I'll see you over on Patreon. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.